Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. On a Tuesday, if you're watching... Oh, hold on. I've got to turn my fan on. It's like really hot. Warm in here now that I was moving around. Okay. There we go. We'll start with it on high and see if I have to turn it down or not. Okay. Hey, Dixie. Hi, Dee Dee. And Carol. Hi, Carol. And I see Marie is there somewhere. Oh, dear. So I tweeted a YouTube link to the song that's inspiring today's journal page. I don't know if any of you had a chance to listen to it. So the song is called Believe, and it's by Susie McNeil, a Canadian singer, and it's from her first album, and it became the theme song of the Vancouver Olympics. It's a great song. So that inspired today's song, and it was actually her first solo album that it came from, and she was spun into the music scene popularity by having her song chosen by CTV to be played during the Olympics, and became the theme song basically for the Vancouver Olympics. It's a great song, great voice, very unique quality to her voice. So if you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to it at some point. So let's do a quick journal flip, because I haven't done one in a little while. I haven't worked in my journal in a little while, which is one of the reasons why I decided to work in my journal today. And so let's just do a quick flip so you can see. Now, for those of you who may be new, if there's anyone watching this on YouTube or my Ustream recordings that's new to my channel, I started about 5.5 years ago scrapbooking. And then I found this wonderful group of online group of ladies, I should say, who do everything from quilting to mixed media to acrylic to collage to portraiture and anything else that's in between there, mixed media, of course. And coming from a musical family, but with an older sister who is extremely talented art-wise, but has trouble putting it to use because of her perfectionist gene that we got from our mother. So I started out scrapbooking because I went to a Stampin' Up! Party with my cousin and got hooked on paper and paper crafting. And my younger sister had already been scrapbooking for a few years. And so then I found all this online community of YouTube and Ustream and wonderful people. And so I've started venturing out. And art journaling for a long time didn't make sense to me. Layering, I couldn't figure out. Hey, Dar. Hi, Kathy. Couldn't figure out the whole layering thing till I got my jelly plate. And then all of a sudden, once I got my jelly plate, this whole art journaling and layering thing all kind of seem to make sense. And now I'm trying to stretch out into watercolor, because as long as I can remember, I've always loved watercolor paintings. Looking at water, it always seems in my mind. I mean, I love realism too. I love portraiture, and when I watch and see Dee Dee, what she does with pencil crayons, color pencils, it just amazes me, and I've always loved a realism although I've learned to appreciate other artists who don't necessarily do realism, but that was one of the reasons why art journaling was hard for me, because I like realism. And when I don't like to have to venture into the depths of the painting in order to figure it out. I like to look at it and know what it means. So that's has been hard for me. So, but this art journaling has helped me, and I started during the NaNoWriMo in November, and she was giving us prompts every day for the month of November from her playlist, and then I figured out I didn't know any of the songs on her playlist. Not only did I not know them, if I went to listen to them, I didn't like them, and if I was going to get art journaling going using a playlist, which makes sense with my music background, but it was going to have to be music that I liked. So I just switched over and went to my playlist instead of hers. And it stretched out because getting things ready for Christmas got in the way of me finishing the month of November. So I'm just working in the journal as I get time in a day. I did the first 12 days I did in my journal. So the first day was Let It Be, but it wasn't the one by the Beatles, but I thought it was. So this is my Let It Be page by the journal, Beatles. Okay. Then my next song is by Sarah McLachlan from Cape Breton, wonderful Canadian artist. Ordinary Miracle, which is in the end credits of Charlotte's Web. Dar won the Stephen Mitchell Designs giveaway. Ooh, yay, Dar. Woohoo. Then day 3 I did I Hope You Dance. Love that song. So you can see I started to get comfortable. I did with my jelly plate. I did the background with my jelly plate, and I masked off this and the skyline and the reflection in the water. Did that with my jelly plate, but then I just added the rainbow just on my own kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, so, and then back to this one. Yes, on the I Hope You Dance, you can see the multiple layers I did with my jelly plate and stencils. And then these are the times. Now, this was one of her, I was still following her prompts, and I figured if there was ever a song that I knew and at least was familiar with and kind of liked, or at some point liked, I would do her prompts. So this was, these are the times, and so I did do that song. I actually did this one on a stream. Now, this next page I'm very proud of. Bring On Tomorrow is the finale from the Broadway musical Fame. And this was the first one that I did with acrylics, as just like a landscape painting. No jelly plate, nothing. I just painted. So I was very proud. I'm very proud of how this one turned out. I really not happiest with how the reflection in the river turned out, but it's okay. The rest of it, love the sky. Love how the sky turned out. The sun is over here. Okay. I really like how the mountains turned out. I thought he did a pretty good job with that and the reflection of the sun on the mountains. I got some good texture with the grass. So it was just the river that I wasn't. Yeah, I know. Quite literally, Dee Dee didn't even touch paint, quite literally. That means a lot more than for most people. So then this next one I did as a collage, more of a collage. So it was ABBA's Our Last Summer, which talks about the, you know, two lovers who spent a summer in Paris. So I have French book text in the background. This I found on the internet. And of course, Miss Mona. And the Seine and the Eiffel Tower and the flag. And then my very first ever face, which sort of looks human, which is not bad. Lips are a bit interesting. Eyes are a bit big. She looks very skeptical with that one raised right eyebrow. She looks a little skeptical. Okay. And it's She's Got a Way by Billy Joel. She's got a way about her. Anyway, but in the background, I did the background with my jelly plate and my stencils. And then, I did the whole background. And then I took gesso and I gessoed out the form of where I was going to paint her. And then I just painted her. Drew it first in pencil and I painted her. So not bad. I'm proud. She at least looks human. She doesn't look Martian. Doesn't look real, but she does look human. Okay. And then, of course, Elton John, one of my most favorite, well, my most favorite male singer. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Just talks about how our youth and our innocence kind of disappear, that song. Now the next one is still my favorite page so far in the journal. This one is still my favorite page as of yet. Song by Christina Aguilera from the movie Mulan. When will my reflection show, or Reflections is the name of the song, and the phrase from the chorus, when will my reflection show who I am inside? And I was actually looking for, when I was doing this page, I was looking for something on Google Images for another song. And I came across this. And then immediately I thought of that song and this quote. But this is my favorite, still my favorite page as yet that I've done. Eileen. Very funny. Very funny. I don't know. It's just the colors. It's the color and there's not even really a green. There's teal in it, but the teal and the purple, and then the orange. I don't know. I just love that color combo and the way that stencil was used. And then after the stencil, I went around and did the black drop shadow, and that helped. But yeah, I really love that page. Then this page is a good old gospel song that I really love. Will the Circle Be Unbroken? And I'm gonna have to fix that because I just did that with a water Stampin' Up marker, and the book got wet. So I'm gonna have to redo the word unbroken. I'm gonna have to get out my Bic marker or something. But so will the circle be unbroken? So of course the background was all done with circle masks and stencils on my jelly plate, and then I used these 3 stencils for the mother, father, and their little girl. Will the circle be unbroken? So that's that one. Then this was the one I did November 11th for Remembrance Day. And I really like this one too. This one, I remember Dee Dee helped me with the layout of this one, even though the sun ended up a little elliptical instead of round. I didn't quite get the perspective right on the shape down here. But anyway, that's okay. But yes, because my original thought was to put him in a cloud so that he would be like thought of Like people were thinking off this veteran who gave up his life. That was my original thought, but then I couldn't make the cloud look right. It wouldn't look right. It didn't look right. It wasn't right. And so then Dee Dee, during the stream, suggested the sun with the like monument then being a silhouette, and it turned out. So that was good. And then of course I did the outside with a gesso, or I can't remember if it was gesso or if it was white acrylic paint. Probably acrylic paint. So that the whole thing was framed in like kind of a dream thing. So yeah, thanks Dee Dee. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. So that's cool. And then, now this next one, I was practicing my eyes, went back to a Broadway musical, the musical Footloose this time. And there's a song called Somebody's Eyes. Somebody's eyes are watching. Somebody's eyes. So if you guys know the whole story of Footloose, it was based on an actual, not an actual true story, but something that was happening in the South at the time. Where this community banned dancing and drinking for their teenagers. Well, drinking's not legal anyway, but they banned dancing because they believed that dancing led to kids wanting to drink, and because 4 of their kind of football stars and high school graduates were killed in a car accident, drinking and driving, coming home from a dance. And so the whole premise is this guy moves to live with his aunt and uncle from up north and wants to have a prom. And they talk through the whole story how they have no freedom. They can't even dance in their own house because somebody's always watching. So that's the point of this song. Somebody's eyes. All right, so you can see the background that I did with my jelly plate, and it even comes through. You can still see the background through. Now this is the black blue paint by the Dynacolor paint by PBO. Hey Glenda! Hi Joycey! Yes, he was. Kevin Bacon was awesome in Footloose. Yep. Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, and so there's the eyes, and that was my first kind of set of eyes I was practicing, so not too bad, not great, but not too bad because I just did them right from scratch from, you know. And so then, of course, one of my favorites growing up was John Denver. Loved John Denver, and when I used to sing in variety shows and concerts around my county, country songs and folk songs were easy for me to sing because I could haul my guitar and just play along for myself, and I didn't have to worry about music accompaniment. And so Take Me Home Country Roads used to be one of the songs that I always sang when I was asked to sing at concerts or variety shows or whatever. And so this was the song. Now I haven't fixed these trees yet. These trees are a little dead because they need some light added to them yet. So you just ignore the trees. They need a layer of light yet. Okay, and of course we put the glasses on the sun because John Denver wore those round wire-rimmed glasses. So that was the reason for that. Then this page, I did do this one on stream. I did a lot of these on stream, actually. This one is the song Seasons of Love from the Broadway musical Rent. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 stories old. Anyway, so it's the finale song from Rent. So you can see that I did this on my jelly plate. I have spring, summer, winter, fall. That's for the 4 colors. It's kind of the same way the layout of is. All right. Now the next song is an old 1950s, 1960s song. Who remembers what this song is? You should be able to figure that out. Love potion number 9. Okay, so you can see I used a couple of different stencils coming through there. A little off my usual color scheme. And no, it's not pink that I use. That's the violet blue by PBO. That's right, Eileen. Love potion number 9. But that's kind of one of those. One of those. I mean, it turned out great and I like it, but it's not a usual color combination for me. Okay. And then this was Light the Fire Within. The Flame, I think is the name of the song, and it was the theme song for, I can't remember if it was the Atlanta Olympics or if it was from the Seoul, South Korea Olympics. I can't remember. But anyway, it's a song I always have, and I use it when I do slideshows with for my kids at school. I always use it because it's a very inspirational song. Okay. So this is kind of representing, well, first of all, the podiums for the Olympics, but not just that. It's the, older generation inspiring our younger generation. Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. And then, of course, back to a great Elton John song. Which, of course, was originally, the lyrics were written about Marilyn Monroe. But he was very good friends with Princess Di and Prince Charles. And so when Di died, he rewrote the words to say, "Goodbye, England, Rose," meaning Diana. So that's why I have the two versions here. So, oh no, I do have two more. And then the song "The Rose," sung by Bette Midler. Well, her version, first sung by Janis Joplin, of course. Okay. And this was printed on tissue and then collaged on. I tried to do a transfer and it didn't work, so I was investigating transfers on those last 2 pages. Oh yes, Eileen, the candle. The candle was the bane of my existence because it didn't look like a candle when I first did it. Ugh! There's always something. I showed my sister a picture of this next one, this one from a distance. And I showed a picture of this page because I had it on my phone. And she's like, "Oh, I really like that page." So my sister liked this page. So I like this one too. I think it's cool. I think it turned out very cool. Hey Tracy, nice to see you. Chat's quite a ways behind. They're still talking about the rose, but that's okay. I'll take a drink of water. Okay. All right. So there's our sun. I did a couple of other planets. Not necessarily it is our universe, but not properly aligned or anything like that. Representative of the Milky Way, which is our universe. Okay. And poor old Florida ended up a little fat on the map. Once again, It's representative, not realistic. But hey, see, now a year ago, if I had tried that and didn't get it, I'd have thrown the paper out. So I've come a long way. Oh dear. And I actually, in the end, I love how my words turned out. At first, I hated it when I was doing it at first, and I did it just in orange, and I absolutely hated it. I thought it looked stupid, and it did. It looked awful. And so then I went back and I tried to add some yellow, and it looked even worse. And then I added the shading and the highlights. So I added black on the left and underneath, and then I added white on the right and on the top. And now they all look very cool in 3D. So I really love how it turned out. Yeah, so. Oh, I'm behind. I don't know what you mean. Eileen suggested what? Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. I missed Dee Dee's comment there for a minute there. Okay. Oh, the Cameo. You guys are talking about the Cameo deal. It's definitely a good deal on the Cameo. Yeah. Alright, so that was the last page I did. Now, I'm not going to do today's page on here because I'm going to do watercolor and I want one that's not messed up already. So I'm going to work here and I'm going to put a piece of, if I can find my, there it is, wax paper. Thank you, Glenda. All right. Okay. All right, so now I need to find the brushes I need to use here. Let's see. Okay. That one. That one. But I need a bigger one for wetting my whole page here. No, Carol, but Eileen tweeted a very good deal for scrapbooks.com or something, wherever it was. And poor Joycey's just trying to deal with it. Poor thing. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, well, I couldn't imagine me doing... Hopefully I'll be able to spread out into other just like quotes and stuff like that. But, of course, music to me is my life. So, of course, I'm going to be... Alright, so got my water container up here. So I'm going to... Let's get my little palette here. You can see that the blue and the brown and yellows and the green got well used doing my zines. I have my other one too, but I think I just thought I'd use the smaller one today since I was on camera. But I think I need to put it over on this side to be a little smarter. Okay. So, Or maybe I should use my other one because I've got more mixing space. Well, I've got mixing space. This is where I was mixing my colors. All right, let's get my brayer out of the way. Let's put these over here. I'm just trying to get myself spaced out here. Okie dokie. And my water bottle. There it is. I should have enough water. And I'm going to spray my palette here. Alrighty, here it goes. So today's song is called Believe by Canadian artist Susie McNeil and became well known during our Vancouver Olympics, and it's hard to believe that was already like more than 4 years ago. And that we've already had another Winter Olympics since. Just crazy how time has flown. So I'm totally wetting my watercolor paper that's in my journal. Of course, you can see my dirt water. I didn't get my container completely clean. I think I need to just spray too, because this brush is just not doing the trick of getting the paper wet. Okay, now this isn't the greatest watercolor paper. As you can see, it's kind of soaking up all the water. But anyway, we'll see how it works. It's just the cheap artist law of watercolor paper, so. Oh, no, that won't be happening, Eileen. Okay. So, I'm starting with some yellows. Come on. I have no idea what colors they are, so oh, I put that in the wrong stupid. So I'm making my palette up here, which you guys can't see. I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to use my other. Forgot to put water in my palette, so it's not really. There we go, that's better. Eesh. There. Of DC Tops. Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of them, Happy Diane. Oh, hi there, by the way, Diane. Send me a link to one, Diane, and I'll check it out. I'm just not I don't know. Rap is more like poetry. Okay, so I want some sun down the center. So I'm just going to do some of this, a wash of this down the center of my page. And this paper is, I can tell right away that this paper's not as nice as what I did my zines on. I did my zines on, oh, that one that Eileen likes. Big difference in the watercolor paper. But that's okay. This will work. It'll work. Okay, so now I need some blue. And I need to spray my blue spot. Green spot. Oops. Hold on, turn this around. So I've got my colors in a better spot. Okay. I've been watching a lot of watercolor. Hey, Pam. Oh, cool. Well, cool. All right, Diane. I'll look them up. I'll look them up. Oh no, Dee Dee. Did you really? That's hilarious. Oh, see, this is not working at all like the other watercolor paper did. Very strange. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. I'm gonna have to find other uses for that. Okay, I've got to dry this. Hold on. I'm gonna dry it and then re-wet the part that I need, because hold on, I gotta grab my heat gun. So I don't want green in my sky, really. And I'm gonna have to use a bigger brush here for what I want to get done, maybe. Maybe that's the other solution. Okay. Hello. Oh, someone's tweeting me. Is that you, Dee Dee? You tweeting me, Dee Dee? Okay, what's going on? I know that's alcohol, so that's not what I want at all. All right. Oh, shoot. Dipped in the wrong color there, darn it. Oh, well, this is not at all going like I wanted. Darn it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a good piece of... Hold on. Alright, I'm just going to move this. Hold on. I'm going to add I'm going to take a good piece of paper here. And even if it has something on the other side, I don't really care. Where's one? Oh, there. Hold on. Here's my arches paper. I'll use this because I'm not at all getting what I want, the look I want from that obviously horrible watercolor paper. I'm going to start again. All right. As you can see, I'm just opening my Arches watercolor block here. Alright. Assume I have to take this first page off here. Okay. So let's just do a do-over. Do-over. All right. Okay, there's my watercolor block. And where did the cover to my... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Barb can't know that it fell off. Where did it go? Okay, I'm going to put that blade down because I don't know where my cover went right at the moment. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. So, uh-oh. Oh no, I don't know where my... Oh no, my paper towel's gone. The paper towel's all empty. Okay, I'm just going to use this piece of cardstock, I guess, to... All right, where did my big... There it is. All right. Now, which one of these is clean water? I don't know if any of them are clean now because I messed up. Anyway, I'll get the cleanest one. All right, now this will work much better, I'm sure, for what I was trying to do. Yes, it will. Letting the paper down. Okay, and according to the pros, you wet it until it's glossy, and the other one I was trying to wet it and it didn't get glossy. The water just soaked right in even though it's watercolor paper. So, there we go. Now we're gonna work away, right? Okay, now, let's get going. I may have to go get more water. I'll see. I'll just pour it in like this. I've got water. Oh, I know. Duh, Jean, you've got water in your water bottle. Hold on. I can refill my spray bottle. Just a moment. Excuse me. Breathed in while I was taking a drink. That's not smart. There we go. All right. All right. So now I'm mixing some yellow here. Get a little of the lemon yellow in it too to brighten it up a smidge. Okay, a little wee bit of orange. Okay, now when I do this, see there, now that's what I'm looking for, a wash. Okay, that's the look I'm looking for. Well, this is the De La Rowney. I haven't used the other watercolor set, but I might do a second one and compare it, check out the two of them. Okay, so that could be, I could do that. But I'm liking these De La Rowney ones that I got at Walmart. This is the set I got at Walmart for 15 bucks. And they have really good pigment. For the money, for sure. I think I'm going to have to go and get a roll of paper towel. Okay, so now doing the blue sky. So you just go down and try not to go back over. You're supposed to try and mix as much as you're going to need right away, but I don't have that part down pat yet. I messed that up. I was going a little too fast and I messed it up. But that's okay. That's all right. And all right, now I need to get a little darker. I'm going to need to, I need to go grab paper towels, but I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. I was trying to get a little sunlight there, and I messed it up. And now I messed it up even more. So let's try and get this soft edge going again. I think I need to wet the paper down. So I want to get some soft edges. There we go, Jean. There you go. But now I'm getting lines. Because you're not supposed to go over it until it dries. Alright, so let's just wet it down. And let's drop some paint in. Because that's what you're supposed to do. drop some paint in so it'll, there we go. Don't follow my techniques. Don't do as I'm doing. Okay, so now I need to do my green. It's dried a little, so I'm just going to squirt it. Because I'm working too slow. I'm not fast enough at it yet to get the real flow going like you're supposed to have. So, don't shoot me. I'm working on it. This is my first one this size. Because my ones, when I did my zine, I worked on a half page. And it worked out a lot better. And I haven't done any since, so I'm kind of out of practice. And pick up some of the extra that's collecting at the bottom with a dryish brush. Sorry, I'm not watching chat. Welcome back, Marie. Okay, I need a little more dark green in this. So I'm going to mix my two greens together. With a teeny smidge of black. And let's just go over this. Get a little more. That works a lot better. It's amazing. The paper totally changed the effect and the look. Still not totally liking this, but I'm going to put some clouds in there, so perhaps I can fix that up a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, now dry. I need to dry this next. Where did my heat gun go? It's back on the floor. I don't know. It might have fell back on the floor. All right, heat gun. Oh, yeah. I was going to do it in the second. I always did a darker one, though, and then dabbed out the colors, but the sun. I always did a second layer. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Alright. Got a little too heavy-handed there with the clouds, but anyway. Because I'm using, okay, I'm actually going to take out a baby wipe and let it dry out to use later on, because I'm too lazy to go out and get a roll of paper towels. Alright, we'll let those dry out. Thanks, Dee Dee. It was a baby white, so yeah. I have to add my mountains, but this one, I want this to be dry when I go to add my mountains. So now you can see I have it on a little bit of a slant so that my gravity will help. So then you get some water down here. So I'm just going to let the baby white soak it up. And then I'll just cut this down to 8 by 10 and add it into my journal. Oh, I just stuck my thumb in it. Yeesh. Really? Come on. And of course you can see as it dries it's lightening up quite a bit. Now don't worry about this. I'm going to be adding another layer and texture to the grass. This is just the initial painting here. Actually, I think I'm going to zoom out a bit. Alright, let's see here. Let's zoom out. There we go. That's a little better, I think. There we go. So that was wet on wet. Do my mountains, I'm going to do wet on dry. So for my mountains, I'm going to use my 2 blues, but with more of the dark. But my mountains in the background have to be a little lighter. Okay, so I'm just going to go about here. And then just drag across. And that's darker than I want. There we go. And there. So that's one layer. Now the next set of mountains is going to be closer. So they're going to be darker. And have a little greenery in them, maybe. So which song is it that Joycey is listening to? Oh, Judy. So I have to add my sun up here to figure out how I'm going to do that one. Probably should have done it before I did my blue layer. But anyway, whatever. Oh, Rapper's Delight. I see. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now I need my blues again, but this time the blue is going to be a little bit more intense. So, and I made a mess all over my palette here. Dripping paint. Okay, hold on. Gotta hold my spritzer upright here. Okay, there we go. All right, here goes. So I'm going to do the outline. I need more dark. I may have to do one more set of hills. I think I might. I think I'll do. This is just from my brain, guys, so, you know, take it for what it is. My imagination. I'm not going from a picture or anything. Oh, okay, Carol. Dee Dee's got a big salad, And I'm still recording, so we're doing okay here. All right, so now to this one, I've got my green, but I'm going to make a new well here because I need a little bit of green mixed in with my blue for this one. All right. Not enough. Green mixed in yet. There. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Darn it, darn it, darn it. You're not supposed to go. Don't go back in, Jean. Don't go back in. You'll ruin it. You make it worse. If you go back in, that's the rule of watercolor. Okay, so there's the forward hills. Okay, so that's going to work. Alright, I'm just going to pretend the sun's up out of sight. Because I don't want to ruin that sky that I've got there. Alright. Thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks, Dee Dee. I've watched hours and hours of watercolor, trying to learn it by osmosis, and then do some practicing. Practiced with my zines. So. Okay, so now Now I want to add a little texture to my grass here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, I think with my little one, actually. Let's get the water out of that. Let's get the paint out of this big one here. I think I want to go in with my little one here. Hold on. No, it's not going to work, so I do have to use my big one, like I was going to in the first place. Alright, let's get some paint here. Alright, so I'm going to do is add this paint. Oh, I guess I need a little more water, but I want it to be a little thicker than it has been so that I can go in and scratch some off. So then I'm going to take this little flat one and I'm going to go in. Oh, it may not be stiff enough. Just going to go in and do some brush strokes to add some texture here in the grass. And a little water. There we go. Just little wee dabs with the baby wipe. Just trying to add a little texture into, and I need to do another layer on these front hills. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Diane. Thank you, Glenda and Sharon. There you go, Diane. Diane made it. Got that in before. I'm quite impressed, Di. You got that in before Dar did. Okay, so I need some of my two blues and, or I mean two greens, I mean, and my blue. Oh, that's better anyway. That's a better color anyway. Okay, so let's add a little water so I have enough here. I just have to go over this front set of hills so that I have a little more color and distinction there. Let's do another layer. There. That's, oh, that's better. I like that. I like that. Okay, so now she really should be some trees, but I'm scared to add trees. I don't want to attempt trees because I don't want to ruin what I have. Okay, bye, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming. Okay. All right. Now, all right. Now, I've got one thing this is going to be, this is involved in my final step, by the way, you guys. Just as a hint, it's going to be part of my final step. Okay, now, what I want to do is put in a winding country road. I think I need a smaller brush than that, though, to do it without ruining what I've got there already. Hold on. Hold on. May have to. Let's see what I got here. I don't know what kind of brush I should really use for what I want to do. I'm going to try this. It's kind of like it's a liner, but it may not be the right one for what I want to do, but we shall see. Okay. So, what I need for this is some browns. So let's try this. I'll put it in my yellow well so that it's not too awfully. I need some water. Let's see here. Oh, let's see, because I have the fan on, my paints are drying awfully quickly here. I'm just trying to get a nice color here that doesn't look like something strange. Okay. Alright, so now a tiny smidge of black to brown. Darken it up a little bit. Ah, there we go. There's what I want. Okay, so now I think I might need a little more water in that. Maybe not, but we shall see. So I just got a little wee thin brush here because I want to draw a kind of winding road. Which of course means it's going to get thicker and wider apart as it gets closer to us. There we go. So now I need to fill that in. Okay. Okay, so let's dry that. Kind of like that, but I'm going to add texture, but I'll add my texture on my second layer of it. Is there not a there's not a non-karaoke version on YouTube, Joycey? There should be one on YouTube that's not karaoke. That's strange. Hi, LJ. Nice to see you. It's the journal page, but watercolor style. Oh, okay. That's weird. Huh. All right, so this time I am adding a little more yellow. Hold on, I need to clean off my yellow here. And clean off my brush. I need to lighten up the brown a little bit for my next layer. So I'm just putting a second wash on the road. Excuse me if my head is in the way. And then, okay, I'm going to dry it just a bit because I don't want to pick everything up with it. Oh no. Oh well. Have to go along here with my dry brush to collect the paint, but now I've got some splatters because dropped my brush. Alright, I'm gonna have to put something by the side of the road there because it totally messed that up. Hold on here. Okay, so it's only partially dried, so I'm gonna put some scratch marks in here. Okay, now I've got my wet baby wipe, and I'm just gonna put some texture in the road. And I totally messed that up. Dang it all! Because the green won't cover that. And it was looking so good! Alright, let's try something. I am going to try putting some bushes. I'm going to use my round brush. I'm going to try putting some bushes along the road here. Or maybe I'll just add some green, dark green paint. How's that? Let's just, who cares? It's my painting, right? I can do whatever I want. Okay, let's keep going here a little bit. Nothing like trying to cover up your mistakes when you don't know what you're doing. Okie dokie. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get this thinned out a little bit there. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Alright, and I'll come back and finish fixing those trees that I'm adding there along that line. But now I've got to do that green color on this other side. There you go, Joycey. Well, hey, I'm just fine because this is, you know, other than my zines, this is my first actual watercolor painting. So, hey, whatever comes up, right? Whatever comes up, comes up. Whatever comes up, comes up. And it's my own painting, so I can do whatever I want, right? Couple of taller trees there. I need a little more of this green. I think I need to do this as a go here. A little bit lighter there so that the tree line stands out a little more. There we go. Just trying to match up the color a little bit. And I need a little bit of water there so I can pick some of that up. There we go. All right, so let's go back and just add a little more to those trees. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's dry that because I do like how that kind of looks. Oh, no, hold on. I was going to do a couple of. Side's not quite dry enough to do my scraping it. Let's just do a little bit of drying here. Oh. All right, now I want to try something without messing this up. I don't know if it'll work. I don't want to mess it up. Go for it, Jean. Don't know if it'll work anyway, because it might be too dry. Just trying to get some of that yellow to come back, showing through. There. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, there, I like that. All right, now, let's try that. Bye, Pam. Have a good evening. Oh, no, now it ruined that. Shoot, ruined my trees. I forgot about that. That's all right, I'll put those back in. I have to put my trees back in. Well, gosh darn it. That's all right. Lesson learned. Okay, just gonna try and get, I've got a little bit of my green left here. Get those trees back in there. There. Okay, now let's dry that spot. Thank you, Joycey. There we go. All right. So now, two things left to do. Need to add okay, So now this is, I found this on the internet. Okay, and I just took some deli paper. I should have used tissue paper, but anyway, we'll see how this works. And I taped it to a piece of regular photocopy paper, printer paper, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And so now I'm going to, well, first I'll just go roughly around outside of the image, and then I'm going to fussy tear closer. Okay, so now I'm just going to fussy rip closer to the image, being careful I don't want to lose any of the image, and I want to get kind of as close as I can to it. This is just... Okay, so once again, this song, if you just came in, the song is called Believe, sung by Susie McNeil. I love landscapes. I am going to gradually work up into doing some, adding some buildings and stuff into landscapes, but for now I need to practice some more landscapes with my watercolor. Since I'm just starting at this. And this person is going to be up on the tallest mountain because it is Believe. I should have made it a little smaller maybe, but anyway, that's okay. So that's what that's going to be. I don't know if I like her in the middle. What do you think? Maybe over there instead. I don't know. Do you guys like her in the middle or off to the side? Oh, here. Sandy, let me open the links. Or actually, Carrie just came in. Carrie, I'm going to make you operator. Can you open the links for me? Or Eileen, I'll make you both operators. I totally forgot about that. There, you guys are mods, Eileen and Carrie, so one of you can open the links there for Eileen, I totally forgot about that, Sandy. Okay. So what do you guys think? Off to the side or in the middle? Off to the side. Should I put her off to the side or right in the middle at that, right in the middle of the glow? Or should I just not put her there at all? I don't know. What do you think? Side? Yeah. See, that's what I kind of thought too, Diane. Because I think the middle is just, it kind of draws your eye a little better if she's off on the side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It was funny because I thought I wanted her there, but then when I saw her there, it was too much. So I'm putting her there, off to the side, but I think right on the top. All right. So I've got my. I don't know where my. I have no idea where my glue. I might just use this card for my glue because I don't know where my glue brush is. That one's hard, so obviously I used it on glue. Oh, no paint. It didn't get washed. Dang it. Dang it. In the glow? You like it in the glow, Sandy? I don't know which way I like it. Thank you, good Carrie. It's my first watercolor landscape. Not bad for my first, huh? I don't know which I like. Because, I mean, it's kind of believe. So it's like, yes, I've done it. Like, that was the whole point, was the, yes, I've done it. Anybody else have a vote? We have 2 who said off to the side. We have Sandy who said in the glow. And I really don't know which way I like it. Huh. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going off to the side. I think I'm going off to the side. And then I'll do the believe over here. And then that will proportion it off. Yeah, I think. Okay, I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm doing. I have to go to Dollarama and get a really cheap brush. A couple of cheap brushes to use for my glue brushes, because I don't know what I did with mine. I'm just putting the glue on the card here so I can get it. I think I'm gonna have to go over. Oh, and look at that. The ink is, and it's not supposed to run dye, the ink. Maybe I should have heat set the thing. That's alright, I'll fix it. I'll fix it with paint. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful about this. I'm going to take one of my almost dry baby wipes here and just try to kind of go over. No, that's not going to work. So let's use this round one. I think will probably work best, but I need to wash it really well. Okay, let's make sure it's got no green left in it. And let's just go around here and get some blue. Oh, hello, she's not sticking down all the way. I gotta get some glue on my finger here. Okay, so brush go again? Here we go. Oh, that's kind of an ugly color. I don't know where that came from. I just want to stain the white paper. I'm going to pick most of this back up. I just want to, hoping it'll stain the white that was left around the black image. That's all. And I'm going to pick most of it back up with a wet baby wipe. Hopefully. Hopefully I get it before it leaves a watermark. Maybe not. But now I ruined my sky. That's all right. All right. Just try and pick up some of the black that got smudged. Oh well, that's okay. I should have just tried. Should have had a stencil. Would have worked so much better with a stencil. Oh well, that's all right. Okay, so maybe I can fix that with my China marker. Just do a outline. Make it fuzzy. That's not really helping. Okay. Now I need my stamps. Ooh. Boy, got an awful lot of blue down through out of that. Okay. All right. So the word believe. B. E. L. I. E. V. E. Alrighty. And I need my black archival ink pad. Where'd it go? There it is. Okie dokie. Thank you, Glinda. Yeah, hey, I'm so happy. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Gotta learn lessons, right? Where's my other, there, stamp off on that to wash my stamp. Or clean it, sort of. All right. B. E. now. Hey, CB. Nice to see you. Oh, that's nice to say, Glenda. Bye, Diane. Nice to see you. If you're worried about stamping straight, then purposely, dang it, stamp crooked. Dang it. But don't stamp that crooked. Phooey. E. V. Okay. This is not really doing much because it's all dry now. That's okay. All right, so I don't know if it needs anything else or not. No, CB, the mountains were just done. This is all watercolor. It was just done by me drawing with my... Nope. Just by me, freehand. Thanks, CB. So, that's page number 1. So I will take that off and I'll just add it into my... I will hole punch it and add it into my journal by just cutting a slit in each hole, and then it will clip around the O-ring and add into the book. So, yeah. Okay. I like that. I likey. Now, I was going to do it's 7 o'clock. I was going to do another page and do see if I can do a water scene. And, that's kind of cool. Let me look in the monitor. I like that. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad, I think. Alright, let me put my... Oh, I need to put the date on it. B. I lost my C somewhere. I'll have to find... I know it's on the floor. It went rolling somewhere. It's... might have been found when Margaret was here. She's sweeping my floor for me while I was gone. To my mom's. Okay. JK. excuse me. Goodness, I'm tired. It appears I'm tired. I was going to do a comparison of my other watercolor set, but maybe I'll wait on that. Let's take this off the block. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, thank you, Glenda. I'm just learning myself too, so hey, anything I can. If you learned from me, that's amazing, because I am just watching tons. Like I said, it's really, other than my zines, this is my first like watercolor thing, so. Oh, okay, this blade may not be thick enough. It got the first one off really well, easily, but uh-oh. Great. There we go. Alright, I just have my blade a little crooked, I guess. Well, okay. Oh, I see. This paper is so thick. I did have a nice, thank you, Jenna. Yeah, I watched, Steve Cronin from the UK. I've watched a lot of his videos. And he uses a hake brush, but I like the way he does his layers. So even though I don't use a hake brush and don't know if I could ever have the technique to do that, I like the way he does his layers. That definitely needs a new blade in it. So that so feels like there's a, oh, there is another one. Okay, I took two off by mistake at a time. That's why it was giving me trouble. Darn it. Oh, wait, okay, I think I have a better, I have my Martha Stewart one here somewhere. It might be sharper blade, might be. I do have new blades for it, though. Uh-oh. I messed that up. Oh, there we go, okay. I got that side. It's okay, I'm going to have to trim it down anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's ripped. Actually, I do, Eileen. I really liked it. It kept the water nicely. The paint flowed really nicely on it. And I mean, granted, I'm a beginner, but like they say, the paper, it's more, who was it? One of the guys that I watched said it's more important to have good paper than good paints if you're starting out. And you know what? I now believe that. Because that, I tried to do this on the watercolor paper that's in my journal, and the watercolor paper that's in my journal is just the cheap Artist Loft paper, and I couldn't do it. I tried, and it was just a disaster. Wouldn't do anything for me. So definitely, yep, definitely like this paper. Yeah. No, I haven't watched many of his yet. I do follow him now because Dee Dee talked about him, or someone talked about him the other day. So, yes, I do follow him now, but Steve Cronin is the one that I've watched a lot of his videos. And Cheap Joe's has an art, actually has a YouTube channel, and they do a whole bunch of videos. And so I've watched quite a few of theirs. They have watercolor, they have acrylic people. They have a lot of videos up on YouTube, Cheap Joe's. Okay. So, do you guys want to see me do another one here? I have an hour left of my recording, or I can start another recording. Yeah, Dar, if you want to watch some great watercolor and great art ones, Cheap Joe's, I found it about 2 weeks ago. I did tweet the link, one of the links, but yeah, great videos. Okay, maybe I'll start a separate recording. Okay, I'm going to start a separate recording because I'm going to start trying to do a watercolor with water in it. Okay, so thank you very much, but I'm going to come right back. I'm just going to save this recording. If you were watching this recording, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you liked my